Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. Whew. You know, I told you guys I'm not going to cover. This is not a political channel or anything else like that, so I'm not going to cover the elections. What I will cover are any impacts from the elections that would affect our bags. So normal news, normal moving forward. Alibaba has laid off dozens from its Metaverse unit. Now, that's actually a very big deal. Where is it? Oh, okay. That's actually a very big deal because, you know, it signals a shift from what they were going to be working on, which to me is kind of like, yeah, you guys should have stayed there. The metaverse is ahead of its time, but its time is very near. That's honestly how I look at it. That's honestly how I look at it. So that's something that I'm kind of like, yeah, you guys should probably pay attention to that. So I don't know that that was a good move, but Alibaba, you do your thing. Ethereum staking did surge. My brother called me up last night and he was like, yo, my Ethereum like popped like 10%. I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's really good. Did you have some Doge? Because that popped a lot. Shiba Inu popped a lot. Not as much as Ethereum, but Shiba Inu popped a lot. And Shiba Inu, I think, is going to outpace. Actually, let me rephrase. Has outpaced Ethereum, and I love Ethereum. I said, but as you're paying attention to the two big boys, Bitcoin and Ethereum, you should be paying attention to some of the smaller coins that are out there. And the reason why is because they might actually give you greater benefit as we move forward, right? Like if you're looking at Bitcoin, look at Stacks, look at the pin plays off of Bitcoin. Look at Pith. Pith just got a new ETN from VanEck over in Europe. So there are things that we should be paying attention to that can actually make it so that you're going to make more money off of some of the smaller altcoins. That said, I'm always going to invest in Bitcoin. So this is what I was telling my brother, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're saying." I said, "Yeah, I hope so. Not go get to it." And something else, crypto wallets projected as digital identities in Web3, and I'm kind of like, I'm not so sure about that. Here's why. Because your identity would have to be tied to a specific wallet as opposed to being tied kind of to you. What happens if you lose control over that wallet, your whole identity is gone. So I'm thinking maybe you should rethink that. Maybe you should rethink that. But I could see how that could actually work. Every wallet is unique, but most people have many wallets. I find it impossible to have a single wallet, right? And even within the same wallet, I might have different addresses. So there's that. But your wallet, you have different wallets because not all the wallets cover all of the coins that you want to play with. So there are viable reasons, legit reasons why you would have many wallets, which would mean that you would have many identities. Yeah, just gonna leave that one there. There are a lot of jokes in that, and I'm just not. It's too funny. It's too funny, and I don't want to get in trouble. Then you have the SEC. Now, I mentioned this last night, but this wasn't where the conversation was going. But I felt it was worthy of bringing up in conversation again because of the expected changes in the SEC leadership. So, the SEC moved to dismiss a large part of Kraken's legal defense or legal defenses. And I'm sitting back and I'm just going, is that case actually going to go somewhere? Like, is there enough for that case to actually go somewhere? And even if it does, is it just going to be like, yeah, no, we're done, trying to crucify crypto. So, what's up with this case? How long ago did that happen? Is that where we should be putting our resources? It happened already. You didn't go after them then, and you wait years. And how many times did they come to you to say, hey, how do we do this? How do we do that? Yada, yada, yada. I'm expecting the case against Coinbase, or the cases against Coinbase, Kraken. Not so sure about Binance. and a couple of others to this go away. Obviously, the Ripple case, because what do you have? It's an appeal. You lost the first one. You were going to get a check. Take the check, lick your wounds, go home, shut up. Right? Like that's kind of because you lost. And now with the regime change, and you already got an opinion, it's kind of like, yeah, you should probably drop that case. So I can see things like that coming, which is why I'm saying I think that you're going to wind up with XRP exploding, because I think that case is going to go away first quarter next year. So I'm just sitting back and calculating the timing of these things and what kind of effect it's going to have on my bags, and should I be growing certain bags based on the news that I'm seeing right now. Aha. Am I going to see much more integration in the space? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. The reason why I say so, new regime coming into the United States government, and they're pro-crypto, like all over the place, pro-crypto. So are we going to see massive upticks in certain coins? Yep. Are we going to see massive integrations? Are we going to see massive buying? Because remember, new regime wants to have Bitcoin as a federal reserve. Not as a federal reserve, but as a reserve. So, sorry, I had to turn off my fan. So there's a lot going on there. A lot. So I'm expecting it to boom. And remember, if it booms in the United States, that's going to ripple out. The same way that things can ripple out from other places and hit us, this is going to ripple out and hit everywhere else. So if we start accelerating our purchasing of Bitcoin, the same thing is it's just going to keep happening. The use of this coin, the use of that coin, the use of this, the integration of that, it's just going to ripple. Can you see when that can happen? I mean, I'm going to say something crazy and you guys are going to all laugh. Because of the new regime in the United States, there is a strong possibility, maybe not strong, but there is a possibility of Bitcoin hitting $1 million before 2030. Now, some of you might think I'm nuts, but I want you to think about all of the factors that are there. Crypto-friendly regime, very crypto-friendly regime toward Bitcoin leads to them creating a reserve on Bitcoin. Companies like MicroStrategy, BlackRock, Semler Scientific, Franklin Templeton, everybody that has a Bitcoin spot ETF. That would trigger them to start buying, because it would trigger their customers to start buying, because that would be the recommendation. And then that would immediately ripple out to the rest of the world. Buy, 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 buy. The scarcity of Bitcoin, I'm just saying. And then you have the miners, and they're going to mine a lot, and they're going to want to keep that Bitcoin. They're probably not going to sell, making it more scarce, driving the price higher, 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 higher. So that $1 million prediction, actually, I think it was $1.5 million prediction by 2030 by ARK Invest and others. She wasn't the only one. That you are probably going to wind up bringing that in a little bit. I mean, 2026, 2027. Altcoin season happens. I'm just saying there are clear paths to Bitcoin hitting $1 million before 2030. Clear paths. So I'm paying attention. Taking notes and seeing how that can affect my bag, because where Bitcoin goes up, altcoins will follow. Not necessarily move at the same time, except for maybe stacks, right? Anything that's directly tied to Bitcoin could actually wind up going up at the same time. But its dominance would pull everybody. So Bitcoin goes, and then it starts pulling altcoins. Yeah. For those of you that are new to the game, get my book, Crypto Foundations on Building Multi-Generational Wealth. Why? Because it gives you the foundational understanding of crypto. Those that don't have it now could get left behind. And that will be painful. Like, I'm not even playing. If you don't step up your crypto knowledge, that could be painful. My 17-year-old son came in here and he was like, all right, I want to start buying my own crypto. How do I do that? Just saying. Because he was like, Grandma did it. Grandma did it. I want to do it too. Thanks for investing for me, Dad, but I can do it too. I want to do it. That's both of my boys getting into crypto by them on their own. Like I can buy this by myself. Not a problem. Boom, 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 boom. Ta-da. So just saying, there are ways that we'd be able to do things. So it's one of those things that we have to start paying attention to. All right, what else do we have? We've got Tether injecting $1.8 billion into exchanges. Why is that? Because they could see the transaction rates. They could see the transaction rates and they were like, oh, we better do this. So they did. And that helped to actually drive up Bitcoin. Just saying, pay attention to these things. Bitwise CEO predicts Wall Street and institutional adoption of crypto will continue. Absolutely. I think it'll be accelerated. Given the new regime in the United States, I believe that will be accelerated in a major, major fashion. Wake up, people. Get with it. Things aren't changing. Things have changed. Change is still coming, but a lot of things have already changed that are going to affect your wallets right now. So yeah, please. And yeah, I didn't have my watermark up. Gonna have impersonators, just saying. So there's stuff to think about. There's definitely stuff to think about, right? But you know what we should do now? That's right. We should get into the numbers. So let me just make sure I've got all the numbers queued up for you. Yup. So let's start with the Grow My Bag Crypto Tracker top 25 losers, of which this list gets small real fast. You know my 5% rule. So the losers end right there. Who's in it? Nobody that I care about. Nobody. Hedera is basically moving sideways. Don't know why. It should be up. Hedera should be up. In a major fashion, Hedera should be up. It'll take a minute. Somebody was out there talking about Mog Coin. It's down 3%. Glad I didn't buy anything yesterday. Just, I appreciate people in the community saying, hey, I did this. It has been moving. And Mog has been up, right? However, you know, when I look at Mog, all right, it's only 16% off its all-time high. It's got a 1.9 GMBX factor. It's less than $1 billion market cap. For me, that's a no, because there are other coins that I could look at that to me are better. So I'm not looking at that, especially for a meme coin. Nah. Top 25 winners. Now this list goes on. The whole list, this whole thing is nothing but winners. So there's a newcomer, Grass. It's up 39%. It's only 6% off its all-time high. It's got a 0.06 GMBX factor. It's a freaking meme. I don't care. I have no problems about meme coins. It's just that right now there are other coins that I think are going to really fly. I'm paying attention to those. Who else is up here that I can pay attention to? I hear a lot of people talk about Athena. It's up 24%. It's got a GMBX factor of 0.2x. I'm just saying, it's not that far away. So that's something I'd pay attention to. But I don't see how that number is correct. Hold on. Yeah, that number can't be correct. It's impossible. Right? Because 2/10 of this does not get you to this number. So I'm wondering what it's calculating off of on that one. Interesting. Aave is up though. Let's see who else is up. I do pay attention to Aave very, very, very closely. Why is that? The reason why I pay attention to Aave very closely. Oh, I can tell you why. The number's too low for it to calculate. So I have to go inside and fix that little calculation for that particular one. But you can see how it's dead on for this, right? So it really depends on that particular one. But when I look at Aave, they trap like over 60% of the market share in DeFi. So when I look at Aave, that's a hell yeah. That is an absolute hell yeah. Then you have Eigenlayer. A lot of people are talking about that 14% GMBX factor of 0.44. Yeah, because that's a nice jump from 309 to $4.47. That's a nice jump. I'm cool with that. Again, everybody's thinking like, oh, I have to have multiples. I have to have multiples. No, I have to have steadies. I like big multiples, but I've got a few big multiples and I got a couple of long shots. That's really how I look at it. Who else is on here? Maker, up 11%. Pepe is up 10%. GMBX factor of 0.64. Arbitrum is up 9%. A GMBX factor of 3.13x. Do I think Arbitrum can do it? Yes, I still think Arbitrum can reach that 3.13x. Yeah. And think about what we're saying. That's for it to reach its all-time high. That's for it to reach its all-time high. Not move beyond, just to reach its all-time high. Yeah, I'll take those numbers. I'll take those numbers. Because then what you're asking is, can Arbitrum really go beyond that? So we've got something special coming along that'll help you get there. That'll help you figure out that math. Let's see. Wormhole. People used to talk about Wormhole. It's up 8%. It's got a GMBX factor of 5.98x. I'd have to ask some of the community to see what they think about that. Then with a GMBX factor of 3.54x is Ethereum name service, and it's up 8%. Do I think it can do it? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oops. There you go. All righty. Who's reporting today? Airbnb. That'll be interesting. Duke Energy, Motorola, Becton Dickinson. I would absolutely pay attention to. That is the medical devices. I used to consult them. Let's see, who else would I be paying attention to? Fortinet is another one I'd be paying attention to. Monster Beverage, Block is another big one I'd be paying attention to. So yeah, you should probably be looking at. I mean, Block's market cap is 47 billion, over 47, almost 48. So today is going to be, remember it's still reporting season, so today could be big numbers, right? And don't forget today. That's right. Everything FOMC. Everything FOMC. So that 25 basis point move, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I'm like 95% sure that's going to happen today. Is it going to have a huge impact on the market? There are some saying it could have a reverse effect on the market. So we'll see what happens. Fear and Greed Index is at 77. It's a fast jump from 70. And look at that. Total value locked is finally once again above 100, is at $103.494 billion. That's actually really good news. Now let's see if we can sustain it. Will we? Probably. And looking at the big board, did you not see Ethereum take off? Remember, just a couple of days ago, Ethereum was in the 2400s. Now look at it. Yeah. So I told people, stop sleeping on Ethereum. Stop putting the Ethereum down. The Ethereum is the backbone of Web3, no matter what people say. More things run on Ethereum than anything else. More of the more important things. Chainlink, Ethereum. To give you an idea of the strength and power of Ethereum. Chainlink is on Ethereum. So put that in your cap and let it sit there for a little while. And it's going to go up more. It's going to go up more. Doge, you see a little bit of receding right there at 19. SHIB, 19. That's actually a little bit up. But these two definitely going to shoot up. Definitely going to shoot up. But you can see on the big board. Now when you see a board like this and you see so many opportunities, you see so many ups, and you're just like, which one? Look at SUI over here at 227. I think its high is 235. Actually, we can go look at that. We can go look at that. What is that? 19 now? 20. There you go. SUI's high is at $2.35, and it's at 226 now. Keep telling people, don't sleep on SUI. Don't sleep on Sui. Sui's big, and it's coming on very strong, ridiculously strong. So yeah, if I'm looking at Sui, there's Bitcoin Cash, another one that's going to do well. Solana's doing well. BNB is doing well. BNB under 600. Yeah, I'm about BNB. BNB is easily going to go over 600, like blast through. I'm predicting 700 probably by the end of first quarter next year, easily. So yeah, there are certain ones. Now you know why I use the GMB, crypto tracker, because it helps me organize all this into what do I think this is going to happen? Do I think that's going to happen? Do I think that? And then you can start to see where your slots start to play. Right? That's what I look at. And then when you're looking at Bitcoin right here, whoops. Alrighty, there you are. Bitcoin's new high, 75,358 is where it was, but you can see where it went to about 76 and change. Actually, I can tell you the exact number. Hold on. Bitcoin's new high is 76,244. Check that out. 76,244. See, I can make that exact. How do you do that again? I always forget where to put it. 76,244 is the new high. That's where it last traded at. So you kind of go, yeah, technically, if you zoom in, it's actually a little bit higher than that. 76,244 is where it was when you're looking at CoinGecko. But when you look at this, guys, it's about 76.5. This is why I pay attention to this stuff. If you're looking across the big board, looking just at the numbers, Bitcoin year to date, 79% that it's up. Ethereum is up 17%, 17.92. All right. You start looking at these things, Solana's at 86, growing. BNB chain, 89, growing. This is why I tell people don't sleep on BNB. Look at the year to date for BNB versus Solana. And look at that. They're not too far off. Solana just bunny hopped BNB to get into the top 4. It's got a long way to go before it's going to bunny hop Tether, but it can happen. And it's got way more than that before it's ever going to take over Ethereum. Because people act like, well, it's going to overtake Ethereum if Ethereum sits there, which it's not. So there's that. I'm telling you, another network outage and Ethereum, Solana will drop. Solana's the one that has the network outages. It would drop like a hot rock. You know what I mean? So we do pay attention to that stuff. XRP at 54. So was that like 50, 52 the other day? Still down for the year. But when that case goes away, when it totally goes away, Ethereum is going to rock it. I still have faith in Ethereum. Am I adding to the bag? Not right now. But I might by the end of the year add to that bag. Because it was fairly recently that I added to the bag. Doge, I added to that bag. It's up 122%, over 122% for the year. So yeah, paying attention. It has now outpaced Shiba Inu. Impressive, because Shiba Inu has been outpacing Doge forever. Or for a long time. I don't want to exaggerate too much. But yeah, you look at that and you're kind of like, oh, this is what we're talking about. Yep, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. This is why I pay attention to these numbers. Avalanche, gaming is going to come back. When? Not for a little bit, but it's starting to, you can see talk and chatter about gaming. Chainlink, it's still over 20% off its all-time high. Off a year to date. So do I think Chainlink is going to take off? Heck yeah. Especially with deals that they're doing with different banks. Did you see, what I announced the other day, that it did with UBS? UBS, Chainlink, and Swift. Cross-border tokenization settlements. Yeah, don't sleep on it. Just saying, don't sleep on Chainlink. Bitcoin Cash, another one. Don't sleep on it. It's outpacing Ethereum. It's outpacing a lot of other coins at 41.84% on the year to date. Just saying, Bitcoin Cash has a long way to go. Yes, I absolutely have a bag of Bitcoin Cash. Sui about to take over. Look at that. They're not too far away from that. Sui could actually bunny hop Bitcoin Cash and Chainlink without batting an eyelash. It goes up a little bit more. That can actually happen. So you can see what's going on right there. Polkadot, ugh. A lot of people have positive things to say about Polkadot. It's been a sleeper for me for a long time, so I don't hold any more Polkadot. I sold Polkadot like, I want to say a year ago. Just wasn't feeling it. And look at that. Year to date, it's down 50.56%. Yeah. Can it come back? Of course. Is it a good platform? Sure. Are other things doing better than it? Yes. I mean, it just got bunny hopped by Sui, so I'm just saying. Somebody asked me last night, VJ asked me last night about Uniswap. I have nothing against Uniswap. Look at its year to date. Look at its 90 day. Isn't that crazy? 51% in the past 90 days. I still have no reason to buy, like for myself, from my wallet. I have from my bags. I have no reason to open up a slot for Uniswap. I just don't. Oh, but it's moving, it's going up, and blah blah blah. Yeah, but there are other coins that I own that are outpacing it that I can say, yeah, I can stick with those coins and be happy. $5.5 billion and Shiba Inu is at 10.9. It's only I mean, look at that. Shiba Inu is only a little bit off of Toncoin, which is only a little bit off of Cardano. People keep asking me, do I think Shiba Inu could bunny hop Cardano? Yes. Absolutely. So yeah, I look at these things and I keep it moving. So when I look at something at Uniswap, I kind of go, yeah, and I can see how Uniswap is doing well. Green straight across. Does it fit into, do I have a slot for Uniswap? No, because it would have to beat out what I already have. And I don't see it beating any of them out. And that includes Pepe. Look at Pepe's up rate, 647%. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Remember, it's not just about, your market cap and where you land. It's how much money are you going to make me? It's how much money are you going to make me or make for me? That's what I care about. What have you done for me lately? Because my name is Eddie. Get the joke. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, smash the likes. We're an international, literally an international channel bringing you news and opinion. I definitely want to continue doing that. So smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.